Hi everybody! Just wanted to come on and share a couple little projects that I've done with you. And these are gifts that I made for my sis Maggie. She's Maggie White here on YouTube. Hi sis! Her birthday has been greatly extended. I've been just too crazy busy at work this summer, and then a couple little travel trips. So I'm sorry they're late, but I hope it was worth the wait for you. I made some little doily bowls, and I used the Mod Podge stiffener. So it took a long time to dry, but it actually worked really well. So I'm pretty happy with how these came out. Still debating if I'm going to line them or not. And I didn't totally stiffen the edges. They're a little bit lighter, but I like how they ended up having those edges. And this was actually part of a table runner. It was kind of hard to shape because it wasn't round, but I think that came out pretty cool. I love that pattern. So those are the doily bowls. And then I did for her an altered canvas. And I hope you're going to be able to see it okay. But I used this image, which I probably got from the Graphics Fairy, and I know it's one of Maggie's favorite images. But I had actually put it inside a frame, a digital frame for, I used the design on one of my paper bag designs, and I printed it on muslin, just direct print, kept it in color so that there's just little bits of color in here. And actually before I put that down, I put some I painted the canvas with an ivory color, and then lightly went over that with a brown, but you can't even see any of that anymore. And then I actually covered the whole thing with this lace here, which was from a wedding gown that I had. And you can barely see any of that lace anymore either, just tiny, tiny little bits of it. And I did coffee stain the lace. And then I went through my appliques and trims and coffee stained almost all the pieces that are on here. We've got a piece here and a piece here that were from a wedding gown that my sissies gave me for my birthday. Thank you, sissies. And got some applique, wedding applique here, which is from wedding gown from my stash, as well as this one. This piece, also from my stash, was part of a hem. This piece right here and a little piece down here are from One Little Dreamer, some wedding trim, as well as I snipped some leaves off of one of the laces from One Little Dreamer. And these little corner pieces that I did on both sides here, I took some of the same table runner that I used for this bowl and just made just little corner frame pieces for that. And let's see, am I forgetting anything on the trims? I don't think so. On the top here, Olivia Hernandez, hi Olivia, had sent me a gorgeous piece of trim that I actually cut, and I put part of it across the top here, and then put in little 5mm pearls in various spots there, And also on these corners I put in some 5mm pearls, which are not a whole lot of fun to work with. And then on the bottom for the dangle, these pieces are from the same trim from Olivia, and I just love the movement. And then these pieces are from One Little Dreamer trim, and I like the way those combine together. So I did not coffee stain the pieces of trim from Olivia, but everything else is coffee stained. And I intentionally left this piece of applique hanging over, and instead of doing the what you normally see with the bling bling pieces on these types of projects, wall hangings or canvases or whatever, because of the colors I thought the metals would look really good. So I went through my stash, and actually I think it was either Maggie or Trisha, or both, some of both, had given me at various times awesome metal pieces to work with. So on the corners, I used the metal corners, and then I had these flat back squares that I had gotten from M's Emporium. So that's on all four corners. And I had this vintage brooch that I added to it. And I used 2 of the butterflies and just bent the wings on one. It's hard to figure out how to hold this so you can see the dimension. So I just bent the wings up on one a little bit just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then added just a little snippet of this bottom dangle lace into the center there. And then in various spots around the corners, I actually took one of these metal filigree flowers and just snipped it all apart to make little leaves, and stuck those in various parts, upper and lower, on the canvas. Some pieces of the appliques do wrap around. I just thought that gave it a little better look than trying to cut the edges. So just little bits here and there. And then on the back I just took some of the vintage green velvet that I had and attached that to finish off all the edges, and then I just mitered the corners. So those are the projects for Maggie. I'll try to remember to add still photos for this canvas because it is hard to show the whole thing at one go. So that is the canvas and the doily bowls. I hope you like them, sis. Made with love. And thank you all for watching today, for your comments. I really appreciate it. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you watching and your comments. And I will hopefully be back soon. Until then, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.